Aquaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we are documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return.
In this video, we're talking about money. People think Ghana is cheap. Well, we have some things we need to talk about.
For sure. So let's get this video started. All right, guys. So we just had a IRL. You're not going to say it. You don't like to say it.
I don't like saying that. In real life meetup event at Coco Vanilla in East Legon here in Accra, and very nice.
I did. I had a really good time, and I'm not a social person. Those of you guys who came out, I want to thank you guys for coming and putting up with me being an introvert.
Right. She does a great job at fooling people thinking she's an extrovert.
Yeah, you guys all think I'm an extrovert. I'm not.
But yeah, it was just great. A lot of new faces this time.
Yeah, it was. You know, I actually really enjoyed the fact that it was a really nice mix of people who are here and people who are just coming in for a visit who happen to overlap with the live event. And so they came through. That was great.
Right. It was awesome. The cake was good too.
We always have to talk about the cake. I think we should give a shout out one time. With the name of the
Cake Land.
Cakeland. Okay, so Cakeland was the folks that did the cake.
Yes.
I'm glad you remembered that.
Where are they? Community 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, Community 12 in Telma. So Cakeland, best cake ever.
Yeah, it was really good cake. Thank you very much. And then just so you know, if you are not in our closed Facebook group, it's just for expats or people who are coming in from the West to have a visit to Ghana. So it's kind of, I guess we're kind of exclusive.
Yeah. We don't want everybody in. We have to get some people out the group this week.
Yes, we actually Tony patrols the group, and no solicitation, none of negative talk. We try to keep everything positive and helpful. So if you're not in the group,
on topic about Ghana.
Yes, and that's the only place that we share where our meetups are. So if you want to get in on the next one, when are we doing the next one?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, well, on the next one, it'll be in the next couple of months. Definitely join the group. You can find that link, I believe, in the comments below or in the description box. So make sure you join the group if you are an expat or thinking about becoming one or planning your next trip.
Absolutely.
All right. And let us talk about one more thing. I always have to talk about this one. We had the attire again.
Oh yeah.
I'm digging yours.
Looking pretty fly today, I must say. I am. I like the orange.
Yeah. So, I like the stitching on yours today. I kind of feel like I might have to get something that looks kind of like that. I don't know. I don't like that one.
No, you're good.
I'm good. I do enjoy the jackets because they kind of go with anything. Throw them over a dress, keep them on top. So Alpha F Freak, thank you for the duds. They are feeling.
Yeah, FL Freak, East Legon and Accra. Awesome place. Very nice boutique there.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for keeping us looking fly.
You're the best. Oh, and the earrings too, guys, just so you know. Woo! I forgot something about the meetup.
Yes.
We have to give a special shout out.
Yes. The young lady was in town for her birthday.
Yes. She said she came when she was in college. And she had always wanted to come back to Ghana, and she's just now made it back.
Yeah.
And she's invited us to her birthday next week, 2 weeks from now. Next week.
August 8th.
And how old is she going to be on her birthday?
75. 75. So back, to Ghana from a long hiatus.
Yes, and she don't want to leave either.
No,
she's like, no,
she doesn't. Yeah. And then she's here for a while too.
Yeah, she's been in I think a couple months, which is great. So, Miss Dolores, happy 75th birthday.
Absolutely, Auntie Dolores. It was a pleasure meeting you, and definitely you'll see me at your party.
Yeah, Tony's like, how many more days? Cut him down. Well, what else has been going on, Tony?
What else? Well, Penfest started last week, and it's a great opportunity for people to get a taste of Ghana here and come and experience some of the events they have going on right now. I think it's going on this is the closing weekend. And I will be in, where am I going? Cape Coast tomorrow. I'll be there for the closing ceremonies at the Cape Coast Castle tomorrow evening.
Yep.
And you'll probably see me at the Cape Coast University getting in on some of the lectures. I think tomorrow's a family day and oriented around the youth. So definitely I have to bring one of my boys. So you probably, if you're in the area, you see Luke and I around in Cape Coast tomorrow.
Yeah. So if you are around either on a visit or you're in the diaspora and you're here all the time, you might consider joining the PanFest celebrations. Tomorrow is closing day. They will be in Cape Coast, and keep your eye out for this guy. Yep. I want to see some people Instagramming you.
Yeah, I gotta post. Yeah, I'll be posting. Yeah, I'm there.
I'm glad that you get to join in on that. What else is coming up for people who are thinking about their visits or their trips?
What else is coming up?
Well, I know.
What else is coming up?
I know the big thing that comes up every December that everybody.
Afrochella is coming up too as well. I gotta get the dates for that though. I think it starts like the 27th, 28th, something like that. So gotta get the dates.
I think it's good for people to know the dates. So if they're planning a trip, they're able to, plan it around these bigger events if that's your thing. If that's not your thing.
Something else coming up, the ladies trip to Ghana sponsored by Expat Life. That's the September 2nd through the 9th, I think.
Yes. So we accidentally on a live said that we should coordinate a girls trip, and we had no idea that people were like, no, really, you're going to coordinate a girls trip.
Yeah. So we're coordinating a girls it's live, it happens. All right. We're coordinating a girls trip.
Yeah. So all you single ladies, see you out here in Ghana soon.
Yeah.
So the other thing that's been coming up is kind of the year of return events, or excuse me, the beyond the return events. They're trying to kind of get some of these back up with appropriate protocols and all of the, COVID approved distancing and masking and sanitizing and everything else. But they're trying to get all of those back going too. So definitely check a calendar to see what's going on. I think those are all important things to kind of note out and about.
Yeah, and I'll be posting some things on our website. So as things are happening and I'm going to be participating in some of them, I'll post and say, hey, I'm around.
Absolutely. So let's jump into the comments and say hi to some folks. I saw somebody was in here from Japan. A shout out from Japan. Hey, Ellen. How are you?
All right. Japan's in the house.
We've got someone coming in from Queens. Hello, hello.
Wow.
We are talking all about the money today, Lady Gata.
Yeah.
Ghana lady. Yeah, it is not cheap.
Ghana's not cheap. It's not.
We're
going to get into that in a little bit, but just, it's not cheap.
Hey, Abraham. Nice to see you here. Black Hannah is ready for another great live. Shout out from St. Louis. Whoop, whoop. Hey, what's up? Henry, hey, how you doing? Linda, hello. Muriella, sorry. Good to see you.
Okay, we got, what is that, Afi? All right, hey guys, how you doing? Ty Swinton, hello from Austin, Texas. A fellow Texan is in the house. Hey, have some brisket. The thing about Tony, man, I'm missing some brisket.
That was just me. You are missing brisket.
Yeah. Is it in?
Yes. How are you? You're doing all right?
I'm fine.
Yeah, good. You know what is, the boys have started, for those of you guys who kind of keep up with us, our boys have started with a new homeschool teacher who is teaching them the local language. And he's only been here for a week. And he came in today and he greeted Leo in the local language, and Leo greeted back. And I was like,
oh, wow, it starts. I won't know what this kid is saying. So, yeah, he's going to be my tutor now, I guess.
So, yes, thank you for throwing in some local language.
Oh, Dennis, hey, how you doing, man? All right, you're always around. Thanks for that.
Hope all is well. Finish the race. Hey, how you doing?
Looks for life and everyone. All right, I see you there.
Edison, everybody wants us to speak local language. Edison, we're good. Thank you.
Okay, you give me the hard names. Wow,
I do that on purpose.
I'm sorry, you are She does. Okay, looking great. Thank you for that. Yes, we are feeling very healthy these days.
Yeah, I hope so.
I am, at least. Henry Morton watching y'all from Covington. All right, thank you.
Always good to see
Tyrone,
you.
always good to see you guys. Hey, it's great to be seen. Absolutely.
Hey, fellow YouTuber. Now that was God. Hey, Io and Tony, you both have terrific personalities, whether introvert or extrovert. I think we offset each other well, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it works out all right.
Yeah, it's a great balance.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Arkansas in the house. Woo! And then Chicago as well. Hey,
Chi-town.
Hey, R. Hogan. We've got Ontario, Canada. We're just
we're all
pulling
over
from everywhere.
the place. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Massachusetts in the house.
All right.
And VLC is adding Cakeland.
I know VLC. All right.
Yeah, I tell you that much. Go ahead.
Okay, Andy Brown. Ooh, you people are looking. What does that say? Gorgeous. I got a light in my way today.
See?
Yeah. All right, there we go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you people are looking gorgeous. Thank you. We appreciate that. Alpha L Freak. We have to send you a shout out. Looking good today.
Yes, definitely. And we thank you for it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Miss Io, your earrings are gorgeous. Yeah, they are. I like those.
Oh, thank you. I do. You know, I think it's so interesting because there's so much about metallic jewelry in the States. You know, it's very much about kind of metal-based jewelry. Mm-hmm. And here I really enjoy wearing things that are like the local beads and the local woods. And
they're light too, aren't they?
They are very light, and they're made by local craftsmen. Yeah. So all things I love.
There you go. There you go. Coach, hi from St. Louis, STL.
Absolutely.
I love that place. I'm still looking for a guy. He drives a white BMW, white interior. The guy who hit the Suburban that time from like 7-8 years ago, we were there, and he kept going.
I think you got to give that one up. Hey, Kay.
Not yet.
Hey, Deborah, thank you very much.
I do.
Nice. I do like this fabric. And, you know, the cuts are... I always have to credit Emma because she picks clothes for me that I would never pick for myself.
And they look good on you.
And
she's great for that.
Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. Charles does a good job.
Yeah, Charles.
You cut a mean shirt.
Mikhail, nice shirt, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I love the orange. When you get to go into Alpha, I have to pull me back. I do. You get in there and you're like, I'll take you. It's too much. Yeah. You like shopping and the shirts are nice and you really enjoy it. Yeah, I do. A little too much, and now you know about us. Mm-hmm. Hello from Detroit. Hello. Someone else letting you know. Nice shirt, Tony. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. How's it going, GA people? Mikhail, Mama Bees. Beanies. Thank you. Beanies. Hello. Hey, how you doing? You made it to the live today. All right, Benjamin. Hey, choice of colors? Yes. Faithful and bold, yet very manly. Absolutely, they are. Yeah, actually, you know what? You do not do a lot of orange in general. You used to do more orange, and then you kind of pull back. But this is like a muted orange, so I definitely, I like that. Dennis, you've improved your internet connection. Oh, that's good to hear. Still the same internet connection. I know. Gotta love Ghana. Yep. Some days it's good. Some days you get what you get. Countdown to Ghana trip. All right. Yes, we love to hearing that. Dorcas, yay! Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had to do that one. Yes, Emancipation Day is Sunday. And isn't that a holiday? There's a holiday this week, I think. Founders Day or something. Is there really? Look into that. Yeah, I think so. I definitely am gonna have to look into that. And we have someone who is putting in all kinds of local language. I don't want to embarrass us by trying to read it. Lisa GTO, good to see you again this week. From Maryland, all right. Hey, Cicely. See you soon. We day. Definitely. Try to touch base and keep in touch with Christopher. Hey. Trying to keep up. Joyce. Appreciate that. From San Diego. I heard they know how to party. San Diego? Yeah. California. San was the place. San was the place to be. Yes, very much so.
Hey, Dennis wants us to know that Cape Coast, there is a festival starting September 2nd for a week, so that you shouldn't miss it. You might have to make a return trip out there. Maybe. We've got someone coming in from Denmark. Hello. Good to see you.
I always love those weird places like Denmark. Wow.
We've got a friend here, Chi-Town friend.
Chi-Town. Hey, Chi-Town people, go get some Garrett's for me and just think about me when you have it. Send a picture or something. I'm missing some Garrett's right now.
We're coming up on a year. Are you having like any kind of longings, yearnings for things from the States?
From the States, yeah. Crawfish.
All the Southern people
catfish,
just was like, yo.
Brisket, ribs. It's all about food with me.
It's all about meat. It wasn't even in the food.
I know, it's just all about food.
Okay, so I guess then I don't have to ask you that question again. Hello from Washington State. Oh, goodness.
You know, that's the one thing we don't get. There's a lot of people from Louisiana. I guess they love Louisiana so much, you know.
Would you leave the crawfish? That's the one thing you said you missed. It's all food you can.
That's a hard one.
Hey, Joyce, good to see you. We enjoyed you last weekend. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Toledo, Ohio. Hey. Good to see you.
Another Texan.
Yep. Hubby is Ghanaian. Yes. Jersey in the house. Woo. We've got somebody who went to Cape Coast for university. Nice.
Oh, go ahead and give a speech out there.
Yeah. Good to see you, Faith. Always good to see you guys. Hey, Henry, how you doing?
You
all right.
Through those so fast.
I did. They're piling up, and I feel kind of bad. I want to make sure that we say hi to as many people.
Wait, hold on. Somebody was saying something directly to me.
4 beers.
4 beers on me when I see you in December. Roxano. I will hold you to that, sir.
We've got a hello from Tema. Yeah.
Oh, all right, Maverick 2NC. All right.
And Cincinnati here in the house. Oh, you just said this comment, so I have to put them up.
New Orleans. All right, there we go.
Hey, from New Orleans.
Hi. All right.
Oh, all right. So I hope that we've had a chance to kind of get through some of you folks. We're always so glad when you guys join us live and get to ask us your questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure after today, you're going to have plenty to ask.
Yes. And the comment that we had for today, I just have to put this over. Can you get crawfish, any crayfish similar to crawfish here? I don't know.
Think so.
Well, maybe we'll have to check into that one and see how that goes. So the question for today is all about money. All right, so I feel like we have a couple of cautionary tales. I feel like we have to tell the tale of our $200 friend. Because I feel like this is where the conversation started for us about
people thinking
Ghana is cheap.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of people who reach out to us who just want information and connections and just ideas of what it's going to be like for them when they come through.
Mm-hmm.
And you had somebody reach out and they said
they bought a one-way ticket.
Bought their one-way ticket.
And they wanted to know if how much do they have? 200?
They had $200
US, and they were coming. And if they thought, or if I thought they could make it here on that $200,
it's going to be for like 10 days.
For 10 days, I'm thinking,
yeah,
you can't.
And the one-way ticket, they got benefits. I think it was their retirement or pension, and it was coming at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were going to have some more cash coming through, just what would normally come for retirement, not like a big windfall, not lottery winnings or anything else. Yeah. They wanted to know if the $200 would make them 10 days.
And to be honest, there are ways to do it.
Do you remember what you told him?
I told him, stay home. Don't come. No. Do not come here with $200 at all.
He asked what you should do, and you said you should stay in the States.
Yeah, what you should do, stay in the States for right now. Yeah, and he was still trying, and I'm like, there's no way that, I mean, there's I shouldn't say that. There's ways, but I don't think he was in that desperate of a situation. I don't know.
I don't know. Is there really ways to do that? I mean,
for $200 US for 10 days,
Okay, so we're going to talk about this budget, this
Hmm.
$200 budget. And then I feel like right after that situation, we were worried about the guy for like a few weeks after that.
Yeah, we're like, man, because he was so desperate to leave. He just wanted to get here, and
Yes.
we're like, no, don't do it.
And
Don't.
he was like, no, I'm coming. And we're like, oh, and then we kind of never didn't hear from him for a little while. Didn't know what happened to him. And then there was this string of kind of like things that were popping into my feed about Ghana on $2 a day
Mhm.
and Ghana on, $4 a day.
Oh,
and
yeah. And we're like, we need to be a little more realistic in what you're getting for $2 a day.
I worry about people hearing that information and thinking and making plans based on that, and then getting here and finding out that that it's not something that, although they could do it, is not how they want to.
That's not the route that you want to take, and for sure that isn't the route that you hear that you think, oh, I can go to Ghana and I can $2 a day. No, you can't.
No,
You
no,
can't. You can't.
you can't. So we were looking up some research, and we saw this is a stat that you pulled that
Yes.
ranks Ghana.
Ghana is the 63rd most expensive out of 209 cities that diasporans choose to expatriate.
So it wasn't the most expensive.
No.
It wasn't the least expensive.
No, but it was
a little north of middle.
North of the middle.
Yeah, I feel like that's important to kind of note. So I was like, okay, so I wanted to really, I was like, I'm a budget. Any of you guys who know me, I am the budget person.
She's the budget person.
Yep. If you are in the private Facebook group, I share a template for a Ghana budget with some loose numbers in there so that you can kind of get an idea and adjust things based on your family makeup. So I was like, all right, I just have to know. I have to go and pull actual information. So I did, because that's how I roll. So here is a graphic of the cost of living. The cost of living for one person. And these are listed in US dollars because we know most of you guys who are out in the West are dealing in US dollars.
Yeah.
And the exchange rate today is it 5.9 right now?
5.9.
Right.
Yeah, 5.94.
Yep. So 5.94 Ghana cedis for every $1 US. So roughly you can multiply these numbers by 6 in order to find out about how many Ghana cedis they equate to.
Yes.
But all of these are listed in US dollars. So the first started with the total cost of living with rent was $700. I have to pause for like a really long time on that, right? I feel like Ghana is the tale of two cities.
Yes, it is.
It is definitely.
I don't know how to well, I do know how to explain it. If you want to live like and have the modern luxuries and amenities that you have in the West, if you want to have those things in Ghana, those things are going to cost you.
And they're not cheap cost you.
Yeah. Like
cost you. But you know what? I still feel like there's a lot of expense in living a daily life, even if you're not trying to live an American or Western life. Like there's some things that just you can't adjust price of, like gas. Transportation and gas, I mean, like those costs are kind of fixed and inflating. And you had someone come in who was like, oh, my driver wants to charge me, I think it was 100 Ghana. There's $100.
No, it was $100
to drive them around all day, including out of Greater Accra.
And they thought that $100 US was too much. I'm like, really? Man, that's about right.
Gas is expensive.
Yeah, gas is. Not only that, I mean, you don't want to come to Ghana and be like, oh well, why should it be 100? That's too much. Don't do that. Don't do that, because I mean, if you're coming from the States, I really want to find where you'll find somebody to drive you around for $100 a day.
Well, and it's not even just that. Like they were using a upscale car with air conditioning and, comfortable seating, not kind of one of the smaller vehicles. They were asking to be driven to multiple areas for the car to wait, to do parking, and be with them all day.
A car service.
Is a car service.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I popped outside and I grabbed an Uber. If you want an Uber, that's not a problem. You can totally grab a Bolt. You can do rideshare. You can grab a cab.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want someone to be with you all day, you have to understand that comes at a cost.
And it's not cheap.
It's really not cheap. I think that's one of the more expensive things is the transportation. Yeah. So what we kind of had this idea, I think that for us, we want to make sure that we give you guys information that doesn't just make it seem like, Ghana is Wakanda.
Yeah, it has its issues, but
And I definitely feel
it
like
has its benefits.
Yes. And I definitely feel like one of the things that is striking when you come is this tale of two cities idea, where you really do have people who are living, where they really could not make it without like $100 a day, $100 a day would be standard. And then there's a whole nother group of people who are living with $100 a day being, like a month's worth of a month's salary. So I think that people have to understand that, right?
Yeah.
So how you come in and what kind of trip you plan on making really determines what your budget's going to be. I'm going back to my graphic. Food costs. What do you think about food? Like when people are budgeting for food?
Well, I think eating local definitely is less expensive. If you're eating international foods, and that price just skyrockets. So
absolutely,
there's a way you can eat local, save money.
Yeah, even when you go into a restaurant that does continental and local food,
mm-hmm.
the local food is half the price of whatever. Like you could have a burger at twice the price of just like fried plantain.
It's like
jollof.
It's like you can get a whole meal for 20 CDs here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you can go to a place and get one burger for
like 80 Ghana to get a burger. Which is crazy.
Right.
And kind of standard. Like I feel, the food costs for real. If you're coming and you're going to eat like American food and continental food, it's gonna cost.
Yeah.
So I thought this graphic was really interesting. That's one person would have a budget of about $249 in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the $647, because we have a family of four, $647.
It's about right.
It's about right. And it's comparable to what we paid when we were living in the States for food. This is not our go out. This is not like us going to restaurants to eat. This is just groceries and market money.
Right.
And it's about the same as what we spent in the U.S. Mm-hmm. So that is really something to keep.
And some things here are just more expensive. Rice, milk.
All dairy, like anything dairy is more expensive.
And it's like, but then some things here are like super cheap. Like, why is this so inexpensive?
Yeah.
By comparison. So it's hit or miss on those kind of things, but definitely we're spending the same amount of money in our food budget. Yeah.
And we probably could spend less if we chose to be vegetarians or eat less meat in general, because I do feel like meat does eat up a good chunk of our budget. So that is something to consider too. You could lighten your budget up a little bit if you didn't eat meat. Then you wouldn't be able to eat meat. And seafood is something that I think is a little more accessible here as well. So you can kind of compensate. So I'm curious what people are thinking about the budget. I totally have to pop back into the comments and back up a little bit. People are laughing at the $200.
Yeah, the guy was really coming in with two. He was desperate.
Really?
That's what our concern was. I was like, I don't know what you have going on there, man, but stick it out, because you come here, it's going to be even worse.
Well, and the worst part is there's no safety net for it.
Oh, no.
Like if he runs out of his $200,
I mean, yeah, you're going to be in the street here in Ghana. Put your hand out. Sorry.
Nobody's going to give you anything, man. They're not going to give you anything. Taquisha's here. Hey, Taquisha, how are you doing?
How you doing, T?
She says you're right.
Told him right.
Yep, and Ghana is not cheap.
She would know. She's been here.
Yes. Legion 16, too little for 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can. But Benjamin says he can make it on the 200.
And I understand how he can make it on the 200, because I know people who do that.
Yes.
I don't know if this guy was in that position to try to.
Okay, so let's circle back. We're gonna talk a little bit more about this kind of two type of visits that you can have to Ghana and what that budget is going to be. I want to get through a few more of the comments, but Legion, we're coming back to you. No food. Oh, he says no food.
No transport.
Just food, no transportation.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you gotta live somewhere though too, right? Don't you have to lay your head somewhere? Benjamin says 20 a day. Thoughts? So 20 a day would be roughly about 100 Ghana a day.
Well,
you'd have to be within.
Where are you going to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think about where would you stay?
You can find.
You can eat.
You can find a place that would run about half of that budget. So you could find a place that was 50 Ghana a night to stay. You may even, depending on how adventurous you are, stay at a place that is 30 Ghana a night. Sorry. You could though. I mean,
I don't even know where those places are.
Well, they so scared. But I mean, so 50 a night, you have 110 Ghana, about 120 Ghana. So if you're spending 50 a night, you can totally get by, have some wache, some light breakfast, maybe some bofrot for breakfast, some wache, maybe skip a meal. That's like 30 Ghana.
I don't know. We're gonna have to do a test on 200 in 10 days. How can we do it? That'd be a good test video. I don't want to play that game.
Candace says a lot more realistic.
Yeah.
I worry when people are not realistic about it, because then they get here and they're like shocked, and that always worries me. 200 works if your housing is already paid for.
You don't really have plans to go anywhere except to eat. Yeah. I guess.
Even that though, 200 for 10 days would be for just yourself. Like, you could do it. You know what is a weird added cost here that people don't think about is water.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go to a restaurant and ask for a glass of water and not be charged for it.
You're going to get charged for a bottle of water.
Right. So every time you're drinking water or you're ordering food and getting water, that water just really starts to add up into the budget. Even for your household budget, having to pay the water bill, but then also
paying for water, bottled water, jugs of water.
Yes. So, yes, I think it's possible $20 a day because I do it. But once again, I have my own place. Yes, completely. Eating street food and not living like an American.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. No. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take Benjamin up. Benjamin, you and I are gonna go and live this out, see if we can make it happen.
Good to see. Dennis says 200 for 10 days in Accra, just for food maybe, and if you only eat local food, transportation, even using trotros.
Isn't she? Yeah, the trotros isn't. They add up.
Despite the fact that there's 87 people in one teeny tiny van, they still are paying for the vehicle, the petrol, the insurance, and the staff. I mean, it's not.
87 people.
It feels like 87 people come out. No, it's not 87. Okay, well, listen, I've driven by and there's been at least 40.
People are like, what is the trotros? Oh my goodness.
What would be the equivalent of a trotro? It's like
it's a minivan that they use for mass transit.
Yes, and they're typically sitting 3 or 4 across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a little narrower than a passenger van would be here. I want to see you get into a tro-tro.
Yeah, that's the video we have coming up.
All right. So Coursework says, I've been in Ghana with $250 for 14 days before, but all you had to do was buy food and water, and transportation.
Yeah, see?
And I'm guessing the transportation, you weren't going far. Like you didn't go from Tema to Accra and back.
Yeah. And here's the thing, $200, he had living accommodations where this guy's coming in with nothing, just coming in. So I'm like, what do you tell these people?
I don't know.
Don't come. That's what we tell them.
Yeah. VLC says $200 is about 2,000 CDs. It's actually only, you're going to multiply that by 6.
Yeah.
So it's about 1,200 CDs.
1,200 CDs, yeah.
Which, I feel like that sounds like a lot to some because of this tale of two cities here in Ghana. Like 1,200 Ghana for a 2-week vacation, that could feel like it's a lot. But it's all about what you're saying, BLC. Like, you might sleep on the beach.
Yeah.
You might sleep in a place where you're not the only person in a room. You
may not sleep at all. You're like, oh my God, how can I sleep? No.
I have to tell the story of my mom. You guys, I hopefully won't think I'm on a tangent too much, but my mom, my aunt, and my grandmother went to Vegas, and they thought they were going to be so excited when they got to Vegas that they didn't need a hotel room the first night. They were just going to Vegas party. And about halfway through the first night, they were so tired, they were sleeping in toilet stalls because they just needed to rest for a little while. And I feel like our friend is setting himself up for that same situation.
To come in and.
Yeah. And there's not, I feel like Ghana is a safe place to be, but to be new to a country and say that you're just going to wing it, he didn't have any.
And no resources here to reach out to. So.
Absolutely. So Benjamin is saying that maybe not to Accra, but Tamale.
Yeah, he would have to get to Tamale.
That would be the only problem.
Yeah.
14 hours. The 3/4 of his budget would go to airfare. He could take a bus. But that would eat up a big chunk of his $200 budget.
It was a lot less expensive.
Do you know what? I actually looked that up because I was like, I wonder how Kumasi and Tamale all compare. And what's interesting is some of the bigger itemed budgets, like petrol, gas prices don't change. Like wherever you kind of go, they're all in the same ballpark. And some of the other baseline things don't really give that much. In terms of like your food budget is actually not too different. Some things get cheaper, but then other things are more expensive because they're getting
enormous.
Yes.
It just makes no sense.
Yes. So if you are in Tamale, you have to eat a completely different way as well.
Oh yeah.
If you want to eat local.
Yeah, you're right about that because the going from one place to the other, the food does change.
Yeah, absolutely. So but yes, I think Tamale cost of living is definitely lower. We have PY is saying he grew up in Ghana and have family and friends and resources there to lean on, but I would not make the mistake of traveling to Ghana with $200. It's just, I can't even imagine. Emmanuel says, if you only eat everything the locals live on and be hosted by a local, you could do it. And I agree with that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Eat local.
Yep.
You're going to save a lot of money.
Yeah. And if you stay local, you're not like trying to travel all over the place.
Yeah, the guy coming in
didn't have any of that.
He could have done that as a choice, but he had no place to stay, which that we kept going back to that. It was like, yeah, but where do you stay?
Yeah. He was asking you about a place to stay, and you were like, stay in the US. I think you actually said that too.
I did. I'm like, I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but
it was true. It was true. So Angela wants us to know that there are doppelgangers. That she's biracial, and her husband's name is Tony. Her Tony is your same color.
Oh wow.
And they're in Dallas.
A few years ago.
Hey, Tex.
Alrighty then.
James Bond. Hey, James Bond.
James Bond.
Says they won't even travel to another state with just $200.
I know. Yeah, and then the state's like, you don't almost want to leave the house with $200. You're like, I need more than this.
Well, and honestly, and that was the other part of his
Mhm.
situation, was that he did not have credit cards or anything else to use. And he was worried about his debit card
Not working here.
working here so he could get his money in the 10 days.
It was like he woke up and was like, I have to get to Ghana right now. Me and this $200 in my pocket.
It was just, it didn't sound good. So they've been to all the cool places, but if you are a typical tourist, $200 is really not enough.
We appreciate you, your honesty.
Yeah, definitely. How cheap is Ghana? I paid about $40 for a case of Heineken.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if we can measure vacations by
Heineken by the beer. Yeah, the how much did I spend in?
But you know, that's
it.
I think that's a very there are people who think, oh, my cost of living in the United States is here, and when I go to Ghana, it's going to be
drop.
here.
No.
And it's all really relative. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember your brother came in.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I'll buy you some beer. And he went and grabbed the Heineken, and the lady was like, 200 CDs. I was like,
you gotta put that back.
I don't really buy people habits. You buy your own beer. I felt so bad. I was like, 200? A case of club is only 50.
Yeah. Well, okay. So there you go. That is how you live your Ghana
that's
life.
how you do it. You're like, I didn't
give up the
club is only 50.
You kind of got excited one time you found Bud Light. I was like, no, really?
It was a Budweiser. We found Bud, and it was found Budweiser.
So you might have to change your taste.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually, we should take a look at that, because there are certain liquors here that are way less expensive than what you would pay in the States.
If you come to party in Ghana, you can do it so inexpensively, because like the liquor here, literally, like you can go some places and get like a liter of vodka or a mixed vodka, flavored vodka for like $5 US.
Okay.
And it's good. And people are like, wait.
I know.
All my party people just like, whoa.
They're all like, we'll stay in the 14 Ghana night place, but let's get 2 bottles for Friday night.
Yeah. So if you're a partier, you can come here and party for cheap.
Yeah, or you can come here and you can pay a ridiculous amount for liquor because you're asking for what you get in the States, or top shelf.
Don't buy a bottle of Hennessy is like
oh my God.
$1 bajillion.
It's a car. Would you like Hennessy or a driver?
Yeah, right.
Speaking of driver, Finish the Race was saying when they were in Nigeria, their driver was $100 for 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah, so $100 a day is
it's really,
right in there.
And I think it feels like it's not the right.
Mm-hmm.
People are really worried that they're getting swindled when they hear that amount.
And you know,
it's not.
It's not. And if you don't know, if you think you can reach out to us and we can usually help out. Yeah. And give you our advice.
Yeah, and we do have some drivers that we work with. We have them on our partners tab on the website. That is at expatlifeghana.com. We try only to recommend people who are really like humble and they take care of others. Yeah. But what I find really, really interesting is that even for those people who are making that money, they're not like rich people, because so much of it is just gas and insurance and car maintenance. And
just the upkeep on the vehicles to be able to drive it. I mean, they're
when you fall into like manholes here in Ghana, the car goes down into a hole, and not all the parts come back out.
Car. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you hit the hole and you're half the car when you come out.
Yeah, so I mean, the people who are working for that money are really working for that money. The Anointed One, yes, thank
hit the
you.
likes. Yeah, there you go, Anointed One.
Yes, you should all hit them right now, because that lets other people know that we're live and they can join in on the conversation. You're right, though, $100 a day, but that's luxury in Ghana. It is a luxury, right? A lot of people do take trotros, and if you are good with the Lord, you might decide to get on the back of a scooter or motorcycle.
Or a taxi, or,
Or walk.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, within
I love
reason,
bikes.
but yeah. I would be afraid to pedal bike
Oh,
very far. But there are
Sunday mornings.
local people get around in local ways. This
Mhm.
is not, it's not like you have to come here and reinvent the wheel. You just have to know that if you want someone to wait for you while you stop into Accra Mall, it's going to cost you extra money because they're not making money while they're waiting for you.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. Sticking with the club and the star beers.
All right, there you go.
It's totally true.
Yeah, Legion, hit the likes.
Lyrical wants to.
You want that shirt? Hey, let's see. Get with Alpha Freak, man. I'm telling you. Oh, you'll be here this August, so that's
soon.
a couple days.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Lyrical Isaac, hit me up when you come here, and I'll make sure you get one of these, man.
Legion wants us to know that they had McDonald's in Norway and it was $20 for a meal. Do not even going to like Burger King.
Oh,
here is, I mean,
it's expensive.
It's expensive. I'm trying to think of what it'd be like at home going to a sit-down restaurant, except when you get served, it's Burger King food. Kind of right.
Yeah, it's expensive. Burger King's expensive.
Burger King is expensive here. And you know what? I actually like. We've had Burger King, but also pizza. I find
yes, pizza's expensive.
Is expensive here too. So it's kind of like the foods that.
But again, it's the international cuisine. If you want the international cuisine, you're going to pay for it.
Absolutely. Somebody's letting us know that they think the motorcycles are not advisable. Definitely.
Yeah, Uber or Bolt is your favorites. Yeah. Yeah. Between the Trotros and the motorbikes, I don't know which one is the most dangerous.
Oh my God, the motorbikes, I would get in a Trotro and I'd be very nervous, but I would not get on the back of a bike here. Those things are.
Oh, no.
They think that $100 is too much. Steve thinks it's too much.
$100 a day for a car and driver is too much. You know, Steve, you could be the kind of guy that, you know, you may want like a $60 vehicle and that may not have air conditioning and halfway down the motorway it might go out. So
you know, it's like when you get a rental car and you're on online picking a rental car and they're like, would you like this luxury vehicle or would you like the teeny tiny one where you can only slide the seat back so far?
You can slide the seat back sometimes.
The ones you don't fit in.
So there's a different budget for everybody, but yeah. I mean, $100 is right about where you're going to get a nice quality vehicle with no headaches and the driver.
Right. And I'll say, like, when we would come for visits, we didn't get a driver every day. We would book a driver on days where we knew that we had multiple places that we needed to go, places that were farther out, or we were taking journeys where we needed to have a little more comfort because we were traveling with the kids somewhere farther away. Right. But otherwise, we cabbed it. Yeah, cabs, Bolt, Uber. Yeah. It was not, it's not difficult to do. Again, this is all about where you are comfortable when you're traveling. Yeah. I use a Trotro and budget myself.
And see, King does that. King Trotros everywhere. We have a friend who's been here, October, November, something like that of last year, and that's how he gets around. Trotro is everything for him.
Completely. And he likes
it. He gets around. I mean, I thought I was moving around, getting around Ghana. No, this guy gets around.
Yes.
I called him up. I'm like, yo, what's the party this weekend? Oh, like, big bro, I'm in the Volta region today. I'm like, what? So.
Prince says $200, he will cry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Somebody else is just laughing. Hey, how's the weather right now?
It's beautiful. It is beautiful right now.
Yeah, now is a really good time of year to come.
Cool, and not too hot during the day.
Right. It's supposed to be rainy season kind of through this period, but we've just not had a lot of rain.
Not a lot of rain, but when it rains, it rains. But
yes.
It's beautiful right now, to answer your question.
Hey, Abode, how you doing?
Hey, y'all, how are you?
We've got someone here from Australia. And then Gandhi says if you cook your own food in Ghana, you can save some money. And that is for sure true. But if you're coming to stay for a visit, the startup is so expensive. Trying to buy like things to
get
cook
everything
there.
to cook with, everything that seasoning, all that comes. You need all that.
Yeah, and Zico, I definitely agree. If you have accommodations, you can totally do chop bars, trotros, and make it happen. And I think that is kind of the takeaway from this. I feel like somebody, Dorcas is asking about phone service. We have
MTN.
Google Phone. MTN at your
MTN.
Oh wow, you're just
I had experience. I was like, dang it.
Oh no.
MTN.
MTN.
Yeah. And I had two different. I had Airtel and.
Ooh, don't talk bad about
Vodafone.
Don't talk bad about them.
And they're like, oh no, you need MTN. I'm like, IO has MTN.
MTN is actually especially if you're going to do any kind of mobile money transactions. You need to have MTN.
MTN is like the major people here.
I mean, they're all players,
they're more widely used service.
Definitely. Rome says that they believe in us. Thank you. What people want to know is to eat local and go outside of Accra. Accra is a beast.
Yeah.
But if you live in a small pocket or you stay in a small pocket, you can also manage your budget even though you're in Accra. So just kind of keep that in mind. TA wants to know about how difficult it is to buy a house here in Ghana.
That's another wow.
We have some videos on that. I can tell you right now, if you think that you're coming to buy an entire house in the greater Accra area and that you're going to spend less than insert number here, 100,
250.
Okay, you could find a house for 100. You would be like in 25, which is still kind of greater Accra. 100,000 US dollars.
She gonna have you in a little shack for 100,000.
Did he say it wasn't needed a whole family?
I'm telling you, man.
27 people.
Hey, listen. Community 25,
but
100,000.
The realistic price for a house here in Ghana to come and buy is 200,000 or more.
Yeah.
Dollars.
And some has to do with location, but I mean, Ghana's not cheap.
Yeah, it's We have somebody who's after your own heart. Star or Club beer is cheaper. And what's the
Club
compared to Heineken? So these are Star and Club are cheaper compared to Heineken. But what's your favorite? Star.
Star isn't. I mean, Club. Not.
You said Star.
I don't drink Star. It's all. I only drink Club.
So there you go. That's the ticket. Leslie wants to know what we do for a living.
No, she wants to know what you do for a living.
I still work online in education. Yay! Fine dining costs, 1 arm, 2 legs.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I mean, I think
remember we went out.
Fine dining would be 150 to 200 Ghana per plate, not including liquor and beverages.
And that's on the low end.
Yeah. So I think but that's like 200 Ghana a plate.
Yeah.
And
then 150 on money.
150, 200. And that doesn't include any appetizers, any desserts, or any drinks. That's just sit and have. I could have walked to the King's Palace, but it's Queen Mother. What's the most expensive? The most expensive stuff in Ghana is imported. So it's expensive, yeah. Yeah, that's totally true. Hey, Florida. How you doing? Best time of year to travel?
Hola.
Anytime. Yeah, Gandhi's right. If you are eating out a lot, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah, you got that right. We don't really.
No, and somebody asked a question. I wish I'm going to get to it eventually, but about how expensive it is to hire help in terms of while you're here. So let's see. Why is it that people go to other countries and places and spend exorbitant amounts of money, but hesitate to spend the same kind of money in Africa? Because we're told that it's a third world country. Yeah. And the implication is that we don't have to.
Yeah. There you go.
Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is it like?
Everybody comes here and they try to do that. And it's like, can y'all stop doing that? Come here trying to be cheap.
I mean, if you went on a vacation to Florida. I'm just picking, no, I'm not picking on Florida. I'm just saying, like, if you went on a vacation to Florida, what would you budget for a daily Florida vacation? 200.
Wow.
I mean,
yeah, 200 a
200 a
day,
day.
250.
Yeah, and half of that, I don't even know what that cover
Oh,
accommodations.
that's low. No,
yeah,
that's
just
low.
That's just pocket money while you're there to eat and go out and do things and get around, plus whatever your accommodations are, plus your transportation to get there. So you're right. When people come to Ghana, they should anticipate that $200 a day, not including accommodations, that's going to be your base price. It's not cheap here. It's just not cheap. There's other countries that you'll have to go to for that one. Folks coming to Ghana should be educated about finances. It is expensive at
Accra, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Accra is very expensive.
It's definitely minimalist lifestyle. Will they make it with a minimalist lifestyle?
Absolutely. We do.
Yeah.
I think we do quite well.
Yeah. Rodney wants to know, what about domestic help?
It's here and not that expensive.
Nope.
Definitely an option.
Yeah. We have someone who helps us out.
And we love her.
Love her so much. I'm not even kidding. Like, they always say that story, like, if everybody fell into a water and nobody could swim, who would you say first? I'd say her.
Penny,
I would totally. So, Penny, thank you very much. I love you very, very much. I'd say her before you, I think.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Do they still have dropping and line taxis, those that follow predetermined routes? They're sort of. I mean, yeah. They're yeah.
I don't know if that's the term they use to describe them, but they only go
right. Yeah. So yes.
Places, but yeah.
People still complaining that I don't know. I think that we've got
Steve, you're back on that? No, it's not too much, man.
People are saying to go to the local markets if you can. Totally. And that you have to come here with resources. Otherwise, you'll be sorry. Good. Yes.
Frank, hey, you guys rock. Forget about going. Ghana, if you don't have the resources, because you'll be sorry. This light today is just.
It's like right away. You look crazy on this.
Yeah, and I'm like looking. I'm like, what is wrong with Tony?
I think so. We're gonna have to move it.
We set up a little late today, and
yes,
things are not where they usually are.
Philip wants to say that the Peace Corps folks live on way less than 200 a day, but they have to be willing.
Peace Corps folk. Yeah.
You think
I don't want to start with that one.
Yep, we'll leave that one alone.
Isn't that like a step away from indentured servants?
No, they're doing good work.
Oh yeah.
And hey, a lot of this changes if you go outside of Greater Accra. Like, you might go up into the northern region or into a less developed area.
Agree. You may go there, and definitely it's cheaper there.
It's definitely cheaper, but you are also living a different
lifestyle.
Right.
It's
so
and with less things available to you,
less options, less choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are out there right now, brothers, sisters, and you need AC, you ain't gonna make it on $200 for 10 days. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, so I wanted to go back and take a look at the cost of living information that we had one more time. Do you mind?
Sure. Go ahead.
I just wanted one more slide I wanted to show, because we get people who want to compare the US to Ghana. So I got this one out, right? And the truth is, you make more money when you live in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And everything costs more money when you live in the US. So I always try to caution people about trying to compare things, apples to apples, oranges to oranges. But when you look at this, the transportation cost, I was like, wow, I hope you guys are seeing that part of it.
Yeah.
What you would spend to get around in the US is what you're going to spend to get around here in Ghana. The transportation cost kind of doesn't change. It doesn't go down.
Yeah. And I can tell you, being the main driver, is that you spend a lot of time in traffic.
Oh my God.
You do.
Ooh, I wish urban planning.
You spend a lot of time in traffic, so there's that.
Yes. And then the second biggest living expense here is rent, which is pretty standard no matter where you are.
Right.
And they were supposed to stop doing this thing where you have to pay a year's rent up front. But
Hasn't happened yet.
if you're coming to rent, you're probably going to pay a year's rent up front. People think that should not be a thing, but
it is.
It totally is, and I feel bad about that.
That changes things for a lot of people, having to pull up that much money.
Yeah.
At one time.
I couldn't even. Yeah, I know that it's a challenge for some people trying to get it to work like that. You have to be a good planner. Super sticker. Yay.
Thank you there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. I'm glad that you're here giving us a watch. We appreciate you. Someone's asking what that monthly average I think they might have missed a letter, and I don't know what income, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. Month average. Wow.
According to the charts, it's $400 US, which would translate out to about 2,000 to 2,500 Ghana cedis.
That's high.
And that's high. Yeah, that's like
that's high. You got a good job. You got a good job. Been at the bank manager for a couple of years, Yeah.
I'm laughing because you're completely right. Because there are other people who are making 300 Ghana a month.
Yeah.
Which what does that translate to? I mean, it's less than $100 for an entire month.
There was somebody said they got paid like, I don't know, like 1,200. I'm like, oh wow, 1,200 cedis, that's good. Oh no, it's not really good. But I'm thinking, well, you get paid as much as a police officer, 1,200 a month, right? I guess.
Yeah.
But it's hard. The structure here of paying and salaries is so crazy.
Yeah, and it's amazing to me to see how many people with advanced degrees are sitting in jobs that are.
They're getting 400 or 500 cedis a month, and they have master degrees. It's like, oh my God, what is going on? Yeah, so I mean, your average income is going to be maybe around 2,000 to 2,500, depending on the job that you have. But that would be a good job. And we've met people, including people in the expat community, who've come here to work. And 1 or 2 years later that they've been here, they've still been unable to find a job. So again, don't come here for looking for work. It doesn't work that way. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, okay, here we go. If you asked a New York City taxi driver to drive you around all day for $100, they would not stop laughing for the rest of the day. Yeah. They're like, man, this comedian got in my car, asked me to drive him around for $100. Yeah, no. Just moved from California, and my 1-bedroom was $3,500. It is all relative. Yeah. Which is why the States, we didn't live in California. Yeah. Texas, it was. Yeah, you have to be really realistic about what that money translates to as well. We have had the privilege of meeting a lot of different people here, and we met somebody who was here, family of 4. They were staying in a gigantic 2-story, huge house. And I think that for this person in their journey, they really thought, like, when I go to Ghana, I want to live large. And I just can't imagine that. It's like too much. No? Is it just me? Yeah. Maybe it's just me. What do you guys think? Drop a comment. Let me know. Is it just me? Is it just me? I want a big house. Why? I think that is a mentality of the States where it's just like McMansions. I wouldn't know what to do with a big house. I wouldn't. I don't think we need a bigger house. I mean, I think there are some things that you have had to compromise on, like your private man cave. Yeah. You don't have that anymore. Instead, you just go outside. Yeah, I'm just standing outside now. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty big man cave. So if you're wondering what Tony does in his free time, he's just standing out in the street. I'm just standing outside. Looking for a friend. That's all you're doing. my new man cave. Bigger than the last one.
But what would you? I mean, hey, what can I? What can I tell
Somebody's
you?
asking something about a snow cone business.
Hey, Ruben. Thanks
you,
for the
Ruben.
super chat. Do they have snow cone businesses in Ghana? I don't know that. I feel like there was one time that we came across a snow cone, and it was like, whoa. We've come across slushies.
We'll come across slushies. That's what I was thinking of. We come across slushies.
And every time we come across a slushie, we buy one. Yeah, because ice is not like, I don't know how it is for anyone else, but it's not like in the States where I just put my cup in my refrigerator door and a bunch of really cold ice comes out.
Yeah, ice is different here.
Yeah. So when we pass snow cones and slushies,
that's what we get.
We're gonna get one. We're definitely gonna get one. They're actually gonna get 4. Somebody wants to let us know that their cousin is an electrician and earns 200 Ghana per month after taxes, and that's as a trained electrician.
Mm-hmm.
So as we talk about these salaries, it's clear why someone like an electrician could not pay for a private driver to drive them around for 100 Ghana a day, which is why having that is a luxury. It's not a standard of living for here.
Absolutely.
And Coursework says some of my friends with master's degrees are earning 1,800 Ghana a month. Yep, which is about $300 US dollars. So keep that in mind. Any good coffee shops?
Yes, there are. No name dropping, but yes.
Yes.
They're around.
They are.
Ice is a luxury. Yeah, I have a friend now. We have a friend. She's in Osu, and she has the Sonic Ice, the ice machine that like from Sonic. Oh man, yes.
How and why?
She has the machine. She brought the machine in.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they come in buy my ice. What?
Sonic Ice? I can't even imagine. Oh my gosh,
Benjamin. Thank you for the super sticker there.
Thank you very much. Philip wants to know about medical care costs.
We did a video on that.
We did do a video on that.
I'm gonna have to do a follow-up one.
Let me just say, the best course of action that you have is to not get sick.
And there's that.
There's that. Mariella is saying, yes, you don't need some big gigantic house.
No.
That's just not.
I think one more room would have been fine. This house, one more room would have been fine.
Interesting. Tony, you're the frugal one?
Yes. I'm not. No. Yeah.
I'm the one who's already doing the budget math in my head before you even say anything.
Yeah.
Yes, but can they afford it? No. I think it really bothers me that the assumption is, at my dad's funeral just 6 months ago, I am beside myself, and someone who I have only seen twice
in your life,
in my life, was asking me for money. And I was like, no, I don't have any money. I don't have money. And his response was, you're American, so don't kid, you have money.
Like,
I was like,
you do know us Americans are credit heavy.
Yeah.
So that's.
But that is the mentality. That's the assumption. And we're very frugal with what we have, and we spend it in a way that is centered on experiences and not
things. And not things.
And we did have to change a little bit to get to that point. Yeah.
Wow.
Over time.
It took us a while.
Yeah. So.
And that was more me. I had to make the most adjustments. very humbly, I had to make the adjustments. Yeah.
So would it be a good business to start the snow cone business?
I you know, I can't answer that right now. You'd have to look at the numbers as far as your supplies, the ice machines, that kind of stuff. So you know what you're selling them for. I can't get into that.
Yeah.
I'd buy one from you. I'd tell you that if I saw you, Ruben.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, let me get one of those.
I still contend that, like, if you come here and you provide solid service and a reliable product, it doesn't matter what industry you pick, you'll be able to maintain a business.
And to be honest with you, the thing here is if it's new, it'll do well, but you have to keep making it new. So yeah, you'll do great to start, and you'll just have to keep reinventing yourself.
Yes, and that is really good. That is some solid advice. Thank you very much. There's someone who's retiring with a pension and Social Security income in 5 years. I feel like that is the best way to come in.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the best way to come in. Philip, I wasn't joking.
Don't get sick.
How are y'all dealing with the mosquitoes?
I learned something the other day.
They suck. They suck so bad.
What does Morgan do? Morgan takes it's a bowl of charcoal, and he puts orange peels on them, on the charcoal, and the burns, and the citrus smell or something kicks the mosquitoes out.
Really?
Yeah, it was new to me too.
Yeah, and then neem oil, which is something that's kind of used. So there's ways to to try to be preventative against the mosquitoes that are different than what we would traditionally do with DEET products. So
Ricky Morrison up there, you see him?
Yeah.
Pancakes at Starbucks in East Lago. Is that an invite? Because if it is, yes, I'm down. I'm just I'm like,
all of the comments
I know,
going by, and you narrowed in on the pancakes.
Yeah, I'm like, so Ricky, is that an invite? Because I am down for pancakes at Starbucks.
We'll be looking for your reply in the comments. How are the boys settling in?
Actually, I think Leo is doing a lot better with the tutor.
I'm so happy the tutor has started.
Yeah.
It's a lot of strain trying to be the mom and the dad and the homeschooler and the gym teacher and the social studies teacher and the science teacher. So yes. Beatrice is saying that Ghana tradition continues to just have you tap into, if you go to Ghana with a Western mind, you're definitely going to have issues.
Yeah.
And we say that all the time. Johnson, how cheap is it to live in the Volta region or Tema?
Well, Tema is not. If you think Accra is expensive, man.
You think Tema, right?
Tema is.
Yes. As urban sprawl happens.
Just as expensive.
Yeah. As the sprawl kind of happens, and half of the population of Ghana lives in Greater Accra. Half, millions upon millions of people live in Greater Accra. So the sprawl kind of, at the very edges of the sprawl, it's a little less. But as soon as these communities become more developed and connected, it's just
So you may have saved more money being in the Volta region than living out that way. Yeah,
and definitely Tamale. I enjoyed our time in Tamale, and I found that things were generally much less expensive. But it's a different kind of living too.
It's a different. Something got in my eye. Excuse me.
Do you need to pop off to the side and take care of that?
I just been sitting there rubbing it now, so they're like, well, no sense of moving now.
Yeah. Lady V says that they moved from the UK to Gambia. They moved from the UK to the Gambia. And everyone assumes that they're rich. It is.
Yeah. And I think we touched on that before. It's like, I look at the Ghanaian people here. I'm like, wow, you guys are rich. Everything we buy is on credit. We don't even have the money here. So
somebody said that when they were here and they never saw a bill. They never saw a bill when they got home. The mailbox was
full. Yeah. That was just in one of the posts, I think, on the Facebook group or something. Yeah, it's
I mean, but that is how I feel like that's the American trap, right? Even for people who are Ghanaian who want the opportunity to go to America to study or to just to live for a few years, it really is a trap. If you want a car, it's very difficult to go and buy. You use credits. When you go have a baby at the hospital, you get a bill. You have to pay for it, and it's on credit. The house is on credit. Student loans are on credit.
Everything.
Your wedding is on credit.
Life is on credit.
You want a pair of shoes, you probably bought that at credit. Honey, you went to McDonald's, and there's a very high likelihood that you charge that too.
And I think, it just, and I understand why it's less stressful here, is because, if your car, your house, and everything you do relies on your job, you lose your job in America, you lose your house, you lose your car, all that great stuff you have on credit, they're coming to take. And here you lose your job. I mean, you lose your source of income, and that's it. You still have your house. Your car, you still have that. You pay cash to buy your car. Yeah. Everything you bought, you actually bought. So that stress of, if I lose my job, well, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out a way to get some money coming in somehow. I don't lose my house. I don't lose what I need to keep going. So it's a different mentality living here, and the stress. People say, "Oh, you guys look so good." Stress is low here. So. Yeah,
definitely. I agree with you. Somebody wants to know if on their military vet benefits of $2,500 to $3,500 US, they would be able to live okay here.
Pretty good, yeah.
That's a perfect number.
Yeah, that's.
Otto agrees. Yes, completely good number. And I think that's a great number to still be able to live the kind of life that you want to live. You'll be able to afford to go out and to travel a little bit within the country and, access the things that you're accustomed to without having to feel like
you're shortening yourself here. Yeah.
George wants to know if you encourage people to start a business in Ghana or find work.
Definitely. We discourage people to come here looking for jobs. We say, don't come looking for jobs. There's no job here. No come.
It is really the job market here for locals, highly educated locals, is very competitive.
Oh yeah. And even coming here to start a business, we tell people, pay attention to what you're coming into, because starting a business here, you're going to need a whole. Did we just do a video on this?
We did.
Yeah, we just did a video on this. Sorry. And you're going to need a lot to start a business. So
yes,
it's
checking our recent videos to see that one.
Yeah. It's no walk in the park coming here, but again, the stress level is low, and all of the hurdles you have to jump over, it's worth it.
Yeah. So will they pause your Social Security if you live overseas for more than 6 months? No. Nope. They just keep depositing. Now, you are going to want to make sure that you have a U.S. bank account that's getting deposited into.
Direct deposit, right.
And it's on direct deposit, so that there's no problems getting the money. The thing that you would be most concerned about is moving your money from the US to Ghana. The easiest way to do that is with SendWave app. That's the one that we use most reliably. Our link is in the description. We actually used to recommend a different one, but we have found that this SendWave is probably the easiest, lowest fee. And then you'll just Momo yourself your money as you need it. You can also use your debit card and credit card here if you decide to, and then bank through your U.S. bank. So
whatever friend told you that probably don't want you to leave, so bring them with you.
If you want to live in Ghana, try the other regional capitals. Completely agree. Yes. And someone is asking about church life. Is there variety here?
There's a lot of churches here.
I'm telling you, there are so many churches.
There are a lot of churches.
Take your pick. I know. Can you?
There's one right now.
Ingrid says debt-free is the way to be. Oh, yes. Quavina, babies are born on credit in the West. Yes, they are. The only debt we have is our home. Everything else we've paid off. I'm always so interested with people who say that because your house is your largest debt.
Biggest thing.
So
paid that off.
While that is congratulations on not carrying any revolving debts, that is part of the American mentality, right? Like, oh, I don't have any debt, just my mortgage. Your mortgage is $200,000. And over the course of your mortgage, that's easily, with interest rates, depending on when you got it, $450,000 US for the house that is valued at 225.
Yeah.
And that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is something that doesn't happen here. If the house is 50,000,
yeah, it's 50,000.
It's 50,000 because you're going to pay 50,000 for it, and you're done. So I think it's very interesting how, even in that comment, it really reflects how we think about debt in the States. Like, it's just part of life.
Yeah, bad part too.
Yeah.
My favorite couple, Tony and I. I'm retired after serving 40 years, or 43 years, sorry, and we'll be coming to visit, assessing relocating. Thank you for your service, and we'll be here. Come on, check Ghana out. Experience Ghana.
Eat Ghana?
Share Ghana.
Oh, sorry. Brony, do they still call you that word in Ghana?
Do they still use that word?
Yes, they still use that one. Although, I can't remember the last time someone called it to me. So
they don't.
Maybe I'm not Brony-ish anymore. Maybe,
they
say it
maybe a descriptive, they'll Brony lady or something like that. But
I have been called a white lady. That was funny. I turned around and looked for one. I was like, who? No, wait, what, me? And Sharon says she is practicing the cash. Ricky says he would love to do pancakes with you at Starbites, but he's in Canada.
Ricky.
You got his hopes up, and now
sure did, man.
You've let him down. You've let him down.
And I hadn't been to Starbites in a while for your breakfast.
Oh, sorry,
All right.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
So I have to go back. Leo's just so adorable. We're gonna have to record that over. I
think
he's starting to get a little bit old. So the next question to follow up on this one is, how much money do you need if you're coming to Ghana to go on a vacation? So you're not coming to move here, you're not coming to live here. You're just going on a straight up vacation, maybe 10 days. How much do you think you would need to budget out to come for 10 days?
$1 million.
Was that going to be your answer no matter how many days I said? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to start high, go down to whatever you say. So $1 million, that's how much I want to leave with.
Yeah, so I feel like we come back again to this tale of two vacations, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely come and stay for small amounts.
Yeah, you could. And yes, you could. You could.
So let's say, are you going to be the expensive?
I'll be the expensive.
I'll be the inexpensive person?
Yes. I'll be the expensive.
We should do it the other way. You're always the expensive one. Okay, no. Okay, here we go. So accommodations. How much would you spend in accommodations? We're saying 10 days.
10 days. Well, I'm going to be at a hotel.
I don't know. I would assume that you're going to be someplace nice.
Yeah, I'll be at a hotel then. Yeah, I'm going to a hotel.
How much do you think that is going to run you?
A whole bunch of money. I don't know how to.
It's like $250, $500 US dollars.
For what? Yeah. That's why we don't go anyplace.
That is why we don't go anyplace. So, and that's a night. So for those of you who are planning a trip and you're thinking, oh, I wonder how much it's going to cost. If you are staying at a hotel or what I would say like classy Airbnb, you should anticipate spending anywhere from $200 to $500 per night. Now, granted, in a hotel, you can sleep too. Sometimes, that cost might change a little bit based on how many people you're traveling with. I can say that there is a hotel near here in Tema that charges 75 Ghana a night. So it's about $14. You can also stay for $14 US a night. There are some Airbnbs that allow you to use shared space where you can still get away with 20 or, 22 US dollars a night. So you can kind of go anywhere from $22 up to
$200.
I would say
yeah, and there's some places.
$200.
You know what?
Low,
though, how can I put this? When we're out doing our research, we found a place that was $3,000 US dollars a night.
$3,000 US dollars a night for a hotel. Did they
here in Ghana?
I mean, I would want to have the full coming to America experience. Like, I want a bather. I want someone to come by and dress me. I want to pet an elephant. Are these things happening for $3,000?
It definitely, I'll tell you, it was on a resort. I don't want to drop the name of the resort because they haven't invited us out there to come and.
I would love to come. I've never had a vacation.
But yeah, $3,000 US dollars a night.
Yeah, so 22 to 3,000. All right, so the next expense that I would anticipate would be, as you're traveling around, you're going to have to pay for a vehicle or some kind of transport. I would say, if I were on the cheap end, that I could average, if I were to stay pretty local and just hop cabs and Uber, I might be able to pop in and out for about 25 a ride. So I'm going to average mine at 100 Ghana a day, assuming that I've gone out twice. Sometimes
I want a Toyota with a V8. I need a Toyota with a V8, so that's about $250.
$250 or Ghana?
Dollars.
Yeah. So there's that. There's the tale of two. Okay, so now let's move on to food. I am going to eat like a local. That means that I'm going to have wache. I'm going to have kenke. I'm going to have grilled tilapia. I'm going to have fried plantains on the roadside and street food it the whole way.
I'm going to Domino's.
We can't afford Domino's, y'all.
I'm going to Domino's.
So you, the high-end person, you're going to dine in restaurants 3 meals a day.
And that's...
with beverages, I'm assuming. For me over here, I'm getting bags of water. Yes, you heard me, y'all. Maybe not even bottles, just a bag of water.
You're taking this too far. You're
okay,
talking about
sorry.
you taking this
okay,
I want to see
drink
you
a
take
bottle.
a bag of water. I want to see that.
A bottle. Okay, so I'll get bottled water. All right.
Okay.
So I would say that would make me at an average, I would say 25 for the main meal, 10 for breakfast, and we'll say 15 for a lunch. You could probably get away with that, plus waters. So about 60 Ghana to eat food, which is about 10 US dollars. How much do you think you would budget on the higher end? Infinite, depending on what you want to eat.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, it was $150, $175 for an entree.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So I would say that if you were coming to Ghana for a vacation and you were trying to stay on like the minimum budget for a 10-day vacation would probably be, including accommodations, $100 a day times 10 would be 1,000. So I would say like that would be the lowest that you could come and stay for. You could go to infinity with your stay. But I think if you budget like $250 a day for a 10-day, that would be like $2,500, $3,000. Not including shopping money, like not including trinkets and things. Do you think that's fair? Yeah? Yeah. So, I mean, if you're coming for a budget, not including airfare, I would say that would be a pretty fair game that you should plan on anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 or 2,500. Yeah. And that's just to stay in Greater Accra. That's not for like crazy trips going out to all kinds of places. All right. So a budget of 200 or 300 per night for a hotel outside of Accra on the beach for a couple. Sorry, Ricky, and 50 to 100 a day for food for a couple, and another 50 a day to visit some spots. Yeah, that's about right. When you were setting up your trips, that's kind of what you found was a good average, and not crazy, like luxurious, but also comfortable, like AC, en suites, all of those things. So
yeah, that was just.
Says
I don't know. It's just it really depends on the experience you want to have when you come here.
Yeah. VLC says for 1 month, $1,000 for spending money, not including your stay. Would you say that would work?
For a month, 1,000 US.
You can't eat at Domino's.
Yeah, 1,000 is going to go by fast for a month.
Yeah, absolutely. Gandhi says only eating local food. Completely. You can rough it if you want to be comfortable. Yeah, I mean, you can rough it, but if you want to be like, we used to be cruise people when cruises were still a thing, and I think back to those cruise rooms that were like
really small.
the smallest, teeniest, tiniest thing. But you're going to have an adventure. The anticipation is even after you've paid your fare, you're still going to spend more money because you still want to have all of those extra benefits. If you're coming to Ghana, it's the same thing. You don't want to come here and feel like you can't spend any money. You want to come here and still be able to spend. Who owes Domino's? Who owns Domino's?
Definitely I don't. Because if I did, there would be one in Tema.
It's not one in Tema. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
the Pizza Huts have all closed down.
Yeah, the Pizza Hut did. Then Domino's came in.
Which, yeah.
It's Tema suburb. It's kind of, yeah.
It's still it's still considered Greater Accra. Is it?
So, yeah, you can say it is. It's a suburb.
Yeah, it feels like its own thing, though. Somebody said that they spent $119 per night at the Swiss hotels, which was very nice, but that was about 10 days ago. So it's not during peak season. Yeah. And Gandhi says the same thing about $2,500 if you were coming for 10 days. So yeah, it's definitely it. Taquisha, I'm not even joking, for $3,000 a night. If you want a clean place to sleep, accommodations, food, transportation for 10 days and airfare, yeah, about $2,500 plus airfare.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that people need to have that number in their head when they're planning their trip. Your airfare could be anywhere. $1,200 right now is kind of $1,800. Depends on what season you're coming.
I think 5,000 for a 14-day trip. If you
with airfare.
5,000 14-day trip.
Yeah, I think that's fair for a single person.
And that's for everything. You have food, accommodations, sites, everything.
Yeah. So Benjamin says about 4,000. A Ford says 6,500. Hello. Yeah, he's chilling for sure. The US is definitely expensive. I completely agree. And with accommodations in place, about 2,000. Yeah, I would say that would be it. Yeah. So it just really is important to set up good expectations. Shauna, hey, I'm glad that you binge watched all of our videos. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. So expectations about the budget really, really matter. We get a lot of people who ask about the money. And you keep saying the same thing when I tell you that there's a question about money. What do you keep saying?
What do I say?
God is not cheap.
Oh, God is not cheap.
And you say it like that.
God is not cheap.
Yeah, so just know, like, it's just not cheap. All right. So let me pop over into kind of your big thing, right? This was your first month back into tours.
First month back into tours?
I mean, not first month, but this is coming into your first month of doing tours.
Yeah, we'll be starting the Expat Life tours now.
Yeah, that was a random thing, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what we thought we would do when we were here.
Yeah, I had no idea what we were going to do, but I guess being here and people reaching out and asking, for reliable sources for tour guides and things like that. And then people are like, hey, would you guys be interested in going out with us? And I think it was just a matter of just our celebrity.
I don't even think it, like, what I thought was so funny is you did an airport pickup and then you showed up and then people were like, whoa. I laughed at that one. But yeah, people just kept asking us about this information. And I thought what you did was really thoughtful in saying that you were going to take the time to go and scout all of these places. Like, you've set up tours where every single place that you are recommending, you have actually stepped foot on and gone through the experience.
Oh yeah.
Including the canopy walk. Sorry. And zipline experience. How did that feel?
Wow. I'll
at
tell you,
your age?
I'm glad that we went out to the sites that we are going to be going to, because it gave me an idea to understand, you know, how long these places have been around and what they offer. And yeah. So the canopy walk is probably the most, first of all, the canopy walk is listed, if you go to like top 5 dangerous bridges in the world, the canopy walk is in the top 5. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
it was quite the experience.
It is definitely under the adventure side, but I'm glad that you had that adventure.
Yeah.
And can testify exactly what it's like.
Want to see some beautiful waterfalls as well, but
I think you enjoyed that a little more, didn't you?
the canopy walk.
But you've put together some very thoughtful tours where you're getting the best of adventure, culture, relaxation, the beach experience, nightlife, kind of, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we got some packages that, you know, they're like 5, 7, 10, 14-day packages.
Yep.
Even if you just want to come in just for hotels and not do anything past that, you just want to come in. We partnered up with some hotels. And what else we do? Got some what is it, the single ladies trips and things like that. So we'll be posting every month some new things coming up. We're going to do something for holiday, stuff like that. So
yeah.
So.
Well, and I the other piece of this that I really enjoy is that we are not in this arena to make money.
Yeah.
So I know some people are like, oh, you know, these guys
they
are
did
just
this for the
right. It's really not. We're here so that we can connect people in the diaspora with local businesses, Black-owned, African-established businesses that offer good service so that you have a good experience. We really are not trying to make
we've had a beta launch a couple months ago, I guess, and things went really well. So made some adjustments, but I think our prices are very reasonable because
you take care of everything.
In business, I found that if you under promise and overproduce, people are overwhelmed by the job you do. So, you know, it's like I kept that going in. So we're not saying everything that you're getting with these packages, and we just want you to be amazed by the extra stuff that you get. So
right, and have a good experience. Come in here and have a good experience.
Oh yeah.
So definitely check that out. Just know that we are just connecting people with locals who have businesses and things to offer, and it's really not about.
Yeah, it's not about the money. It's about, because I love people. To be honest, we have these meet and greet parties, and I'm the one, I can be there all day, and I was like, time to go, buddy. Let's go.
I can't help it.
So yeah. Visit the website and all that stuff. ExpatLifeGhana.com.
Kimberly dropped us. Hey, how are you doing? I hope all is well. Steve has sent us some pounds. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate that. Those are the kind of pounds that I like. Those are the preferable type of pounds. The other kind of pounds, not so good. Steve wants to know if you'll employ him as a tour guide.
I get to pay you in CDs, right?
Taquisha said you are the perfect person to conduct tours, and yes, thank you very much. We've met you here. You're kind of that way. Black Hannah says,
yeah,
yay.
EOG tours. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we do have if you just need a car for the day, we have drivers that, pick you up from the airport, do all that.
It might be
stuff,
Tony that picks you up from
yeah,
the
it might
airport.
be.
Don't
You
surprised.
never know. You never know. I think that's the most surprising thing is people see me, oh, it's Tony.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And then they won't stop talking. And whereas I'm like,
I doesn't like to go out.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's so funny. So someone's asking about all-inclusive hotels. Do you know what? I think in all of the places you've gone, you still haven't found like the all-inclusiveness, like what we think of.
Right. There's a place that we are partnered with that is like the best Airbnb. I gotta say the best Airbnb. And we almost do all inclusive with them.
Yeah.
I think we do breakfast and dinner snacks, waters, and things like that. Because people are usually gone during the day for lunch. They don't offer lunch, but yes.
What I think is great about the way you've set up the packages is that, it's not asking you to do out of pocket every 5 minutes. We stopped here, you got to go out of pocket. You stopped here, you have to get. It's like just get here. Mm-hmm. Just get here. If you get here,
we got the rest. We come get you at the airport, get you to where you're going.
Yes.
And every day, we have events planned. We're going to different sites.
Yeah.
You may even see one of the local celebrities or something. You never know. And I'm the local celebrity. But you never know.
Yeah. You can book it so that if you book through you can book it. You could book a 5-day tour and then also book 2 days of accommodations, all inclusive on each end, so that you have some downtime to explore on your own and you don't feel like you're having to be on schedule for your whole vacation. So that's another way to kind of set things up. And
we also do, like, if there's some things that, you'd like to do, you see a tour and you say, hey, I'd rather do something there. I'd be glad to, work with setting up adjustments and tour packages. So
yes,
just give me a holler. And for all those people who just want to come here and party, we just set up a bar crawl.
Oh my God, did you really?
In 2 different cities. So they're different nights, of course, But yeah, we set up bar crawls with
I bet you guys are going to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. So, you'll definitely be there for that part of the...
Definitely. That's me all day on that party bus bar crawl thing.
We have a question here about her and her 2 children are relocating in October. They have an Airbnb in Accra for 2 weeks at $500 US and an Airbnb in Kumasi for $500 as well. And they've already paid for both. Would an extra $1,000 to $1,500 per month be okay? For spending money, I'm assuming, for her and 2 kids.
Why would I go?
Yeah.
$1,000 per month? $1,000 a month?
You're...
Wow. Yeah,
it's gonna be you're not gonna be able to live like an American. If you are okay living like a Ghanaian and no AC, because that's very much like a luxury. It's not local foods.
Yeah, I think it really depends if you're going to be in one place for a long time. Yeah, but as soon as you start moving around, the money starts moving around too. Yeah,
absolutely. And how you eat will matter too. Sometimes when you're traveling with kids, they don't want to eat everything. So keep that in mind. Truth is saying about the Canopy Walk, it's scary at first, but so much fun. And Brown Coat said, let me tell you, you better be ready to climb that damn mountain first. Can we say damn? I said it twice. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Prit says, I can see my kids wanting to go on that bridge and me being a big old chicken. It's okay.
Yeah, hey, I was cool. I went up the thing and I was cool until I realized, there's no going back.
You were on there with a guy who did part of it and he was like, nope, going back now. He turned around.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, you have to go all the way. There's no okay, get off point.
Oh goodness. Somebody wants to watch a video of you going across.
Yeah, that's not
Thank you,
gonna
Charles. Yeah, a video. You were afraid to do anything on there. Taquisha, black owned all the way.
Yes, yes.
And where we have opportunity to also support expats who made it over here, we are also doing that as well.
Yeah, we have some videos coming up with expats who started their own business here. And they're doing great. Multitude of different types of businesses. So from food service to hair barbershops to all kinds of things here. So we'll be interviewing some expats, and those videos are coming up.
Yay!
So people are coming here starting businesses, and they're doing it successfully, and they're happy, and we will have them on our show.
Absolutely. VLC says, do you have private drivers?
Yes.
Absolutely. Expat Life pub crawl. Woo!
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I think I was going to offer that for when we do the guys trip. But I found that people are coming here and they're like, we want to party. So I'm like, I got something for you.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it ends up looking like for the singles trip.
Ooh. It's
like those shirts that say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
What happens in Ghana? Don't tell your mama. I don't know.
Oh, God, I'm putting that on a t-shirt, y'all. You will see that in the t-shirt. Soon. Tomorrow wants to know if y'all have drivers to pick us up.
Yes, we have drivers to pick you up.
Yes. There are 373 of you guys watching and only 75 likes. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button real quick for us. Thank you very much. Agnes wants to remind us that it is not cheap
Ghana
here.
Is not cheap. You are right, Agnes.
It's true. You guys make me wish I was black to experience the joy that you must all feel by being welcome home. You don't have to be.
Yeah.
That
you don't. You don't. Just come. Just come. And the Ghanaian people are so welcoming that you'll feel the love.
Yeah.
Just come.
Absolutely.
Just come, baby.
Somebody, you must talk about clubs a little too much because people just know that's your drink, huh?
It's good. It's crisp and refreshing.
Carla says that she'll be here in December to celebrate her 50th. Whoop, whoop.
Everybody's coming for their 50th. Nice. We have people coming in August celebrating their 50th. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. All right. So we are getting ready to wind down. We have our little quick run of a few questions, and then we will be out of here, you guys. The first one is, how's the internet connection over there?
We heard it's good today.
Somebody told us it was good today. It is touch and go. One service provider, inexpensive, down most of the time. It's expensive to have reliable internet here. I would say that is pretty consistent.
Compared to the U.S., I think you're going to pay twice what you're paying in internet here.
And for half as reliable or quality of service.
Yeah, that's in my notes somewhere.
Yeah, we pay double.
Yeah,
we pay double.
See, there you go. Didn't have to. She knew.
Yeah. What does the average person make in Ghana? I would say.
No, I don't know.
We did that. The monthly salary after tax is less than $400 US. That is the average. I heard Accra is the most expensive city.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
I want to live off the grid. Have you seen any off the grid properties in your travel?
Absolutely. They're very scary.
Very scary. I want you to really think about what off the grid means in different places.
Ghana, off the grid. Think about that for a second.
Really think about that if you're researching from the US.
Yeah. Passed by Bush. They were like, hey, George, you home? I was like, see, off the grid.
Off the grid. I've heard medicine is expensive here. Do you know what's really weird?
It's not.
It's really not.
It's not. It's easy to get.
Yeah, I think it's generally easy to get, and I think it's a little less expensive. But what do you do if you need major surgery?
Ooh.
It's gonna cost you. There's no finance plan. There's no debt system. There's insurance, and in some situations, you can carry health insurance from the U.S. and use it in Ghana at an established health facility here. We did a video on Luca Health. Check that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just don't get sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not even kidding. When we were at Corlebu, I saw a lady pull a wad of money out of her purse.
It was thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm like, wow, yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Are you gonna be okay?
But pay cash. Yeah, that's how they.
That's how it is.
And it's upfront cash.
Yep. If you want them to slice, you better bring your big purse.
Yeah.
Bring.
It almost felt like if you were halfway through a surgery and they found a complication that they would come out, but time out. They're gonna need some more money on their books, y'all. Yeah, about 5,000 CDs. Yeah, we found something here that's not right, and that's.
Oh my God, I think that is actually a true comment. Well, maybe not. Never had major surgery here, so I can't tell you exactly how that works out. But I will tell you, I saw the big purse. Well, we'll leave it at that. What about grade school education? Is it expensive for an international education program?
International schools are more expensive here.
Yeah, it's going to be comparable to what you would pay in tuition stateside. Not even joking. There are schools here that are $30,000 US a year per kid. I said that.
You said what?
30,000 US tuition.
I hope we're not paying that to that tutor.
They had no idea it was so expensive on the front end to get ready to come to Ghana. Mm-hmm. Are there any other upfront costs? Yellow fever, you have to get your visa. You'll have to do your COVID test and your COVID test on arrival. Currently, that is the state status of affairs. What other upfront costs would there be in? I feel like that's kind of, those are the big ones, right? So those would be some of the things that you have to see on the front end. And the last speed question.
How's the job market? We have no idea. It's bad. That's how it is. Don't come looking for jobs. Bring your skill set and put that to work on a business.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I think we got some people laughing based on what we just said. Mm-hmm. True statement about Corlebu. Not even joke about that money on the purse. That was not even a joke. Somebody wants to know about malaria pills.
I
don't know. My mom gets malaria every time she comes to the continent.
Yeah.
We're just
and I hear about people getting it, but it's like I'm taking my chance.
We're good.
Local.
Well, but we're here for so long. You can't take the malaria. You're not going to take malaria pills for like an endless number of years. If you're coming for a visit, I would say, if you lean on the side of caution, take them. If you're not so much, use local remedies, use local precautions.
Yeah.
Childbirth is crazy. If you don't pay, the newborn has to stay in the hospital before releasing them. This is no joke about upfront.
They want that money.
And it's all about that upfront cost.
You're right about that, sir.
All right. We are at the end of our journey here. If you haven't already subscribed, obviously be sure to do that.
Didn't hit the like button. You hung out with us all this time and didn't hit the like button. What is wrong with you, Charlie? Hit the like button.
Yeah. And I think the takeaway from this one is kind of costs money.
Ghana is not cheap.
It is not cheap here. So plan ahead. Have a good budget. If you are looking for information on budgeting, we have a document available in the closed Facebook group. Join the group so that you can have access to that. Plus, tons of people who can give you lots of firsthand experiences and answer your questions about moving, budgeting, and what it's all like.
Absolutely. Somebody's asking, can they invest on our channel? Absolutely.
We don't know how to do that, but yes.
Come to Ghana and do a tour with us.
Brown coat, really good point. If you're coming, when you bring money, bring fresh new hundreds. Don't bring the older hundreds. They are impossible to exchange.
Oh yeah.
So, really,
don't bring the beat up dollars. They'll give you the lower rate.
Absolutely.
For the dollars.
And you don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
And then last but not least, for the reminders, check out www.expatlifeghana.com. We have our partners listed. We have the tours listed. And there's also information on how to connect.
Yeah, and all the upcoming events that are happening in Ghana, we're going to try to have posted on there so you know what's happening. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that covers us, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Last Friday of every month, we go live. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way, when we go live, you get a notification so that you can join us and get your questions answered live and in person. And that was the only other thing I think I wanted to say about that one.
Okay. Oh, if you're in town for PanFest, you see me in Cape Coast tomorrow. So I'll be at Cape Coast for PanFest for their closing celebrations. Other than that, you good?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
I'm good. All right. Hey, Charlie out for now.